Day 66 of the Anything English Speaking Challenge. So, I've just learned that envious and jealousy weren't exactly the same. I thought it was the same because, like, when I found these two words using translator as someone who wasn't a native speaker, I thought, like, these two were just the same. But apparently, although these two were the same, they weren't exactly the same. For envious or enviness, um, it was like, I want what you have. And for the jealousy, it was like, I am fearing or afraid that I will lose what I have. And so I thought, like, if it was the case, perhaps this is the reason why jealousy used to apply for, let's say, relationship, or let's say friendship. Perhaps you are jealous of your husband because he somehow treated another woman politely or respectfully, but for you it was, let's say, special. Whether it was like, whether she was treated really special or no in reality, but you just feeling um, jealous, jealousy. So you feel discomfort, uncomfortable. It also happening when you are feeling envious or on someone else. It also feeling uncomfortable, discomfort. Perhaps like, you have been growing up watching Cinderella movies, and then somehow your life didn't go the way you wish it could be, and similar to Cinderella movies. And somehow, let's say someone else, another girl, or perhaps one of your friends, was having this kind of life. Perhaps she was meeting, your dream Princess Charming, and this Princess Charming was not only handsome but also rich and treated her so beautifully, or let's say so respectful, just so good. And you didn't have that life, and you kept seeing her, having a wonderful life, etc. And then you started to feel envious. You just started to feel envious. And you feel, when you are feeling envious, you feel uncomfortable. And also, envious and jealousy could be, we could portray it as a feeling of annoy, because, like, you were annoyed because someone else have something you would like to have, perhaps your dream car, your dream bags, etc. And for the jealousy, it could be like, um, you're jealous because of your partner perhaps could see this girl that she treated politely much more longer than when he could see you. You started to feel the fearing of, you are annoyed because you started to feel the fearing or anxious of, you know or scared of losing this partner. But there are people who do not feel this way. There are people who just healthy, or let's say there are people who still, let's say healthy mentality but still being jealous. There are people who, let's say, instead of healthy mentality, and then they're just secure about themselves enough that they didn't feel this jealousy at all, or they just didn't type of person who tend to jealous over people when it comes to romantically. And when you are annoyed and feel, discomfortable, you started to feel negative feeling. And it happens to me as well. And somehow I could overcome it, and I'm happy for that. And to be honest, if we couldn't really, manage this feeling, it could be a disaster. It could be, the reason relationships were broken. And that's why we could be we could to have, a tool or something that we do not have a strong negative feelings, whether it was envious or jealousy, or else, well, something bad could be happening in the future. So yeah, manage the feeling, and it's different. If you didn't know, I just know as well today. And please ignore my acne here and here. Well, my hormonal acne. And that's what I can say. And bye. Bye, bye, bye.